What's going down? Baseboy Banner. Back with Thor's Thoughts. I am Thor. This is Thor's Thoughts. I got a couple special guests with me this evening. The couch is in the house. Oh, hey. Hey, the audio is actually working on this video. So unlike episode 110, the lost episode number 2, this is actually working. Thanks, Chris, for having that up. I was going to do that myself, but he beat me to it, so that worked well. Like I said, I got Chris with me at the couch. Got Chad with me. He's been on many videos at this point. So, and like I said, I am Thor. This is Thor's Thoughts. So, what we just went and saw was Deadpool 2. That's the name of the video that you just clicked on to watch. It's late. I'm not going to make any apologies. I am tired. So, yep, we are actually streaming live in full effect. So we just went and saw Deadpool 2. So we're just going to give a quick reaction, thoughts, spoilers right off the bat. Let me get it out of the way. If you haven't seen it, stop watching this video, switch to a different video, come back later after you've seen it, and then join in the discussion. Tell us what you thought of the video in the comment section below. But we'll get right into it. I thought this movie was all right.
I loved it. I laughed through the whole fucking movie. I mean, right off the bat, we're swearing too. I don't even care because it's.
Yeah, no, it's Deadpool. So I mean, it's it's adult.
Yeah, from the get go.
Yep, it's adult content. It's a hard R again. No, this movie was good. I liked it a lot. It was fun. It was. I don't know. I didn't find myself laughing as much as I think I expected to. I thought. I liked when they started off and they said this is gonna be a family film. Like when he started the last one, he said the last one was a romance, and it was. This one's a family film, which in a weird, twisted way it is. So it's a really effed up family though. So like
family's an F word. So.
Yep, family's an F word. Yeah, exactly. No, that's themes from the movie. That's that's tie back. I mean, so you said you loved it, Chad. What'd you think?
I agree. I loved it too.
Yeah. Did you love it? What did you think was your probably best thing that you love most about it?
All of it, I guess.
All of it? All right, just the whole package.
Yeah.
The whole package worked for you. I mean, there were some things that worked for me, some things that didn't work for me. Obviously, I mean, no movie's perfect, but this movie hit on a lot of things. The jokes, I think, for me sometimes fell a little bit flat. There were some jokes that really worked, but there's some jokes that just felt, I wouldn't say forced, but they just didn't feel as organic as like the first Deadpool. Yeah. And I hate comparing sequels to the first because they're different movies. But
it is a completely different movie than the first one.
Oh, definitely.
Different movie, but I mean, yeah, the jokes were great, and right from the bat, all the fucking killing right off the bat. The opening fight scene is just ridiculous. Yeah. Just ridiculous.
Because the opening fight scene, like the montage scene when he's going through, like he's been traveling the world, killing bad guys internationally now. So no, that worked really well. That was a great montage scene in the beginning, and then you kind of flash to Cable in the future, and he's holding like cindered bodies. Hits the rewind button on his wrist, goes back into present time, I guess, because they really don't say what year it is, but you assume it's like present time, I guess. So it all, I mean, this isn't even a spoiler. It all revolves around this kid, Russell. Was his name Russell Simmons?
I think it was.
There were so many Easter eggs throughout this film. Like you can't even catch them all in the first viewing. Like I caught a couple. I caught a few maybe, but there's layers to this that I definitely didn't catch. So so then we start to what happened after that? We started to put together the X-Force. Or no, that wasn't. No.
Then we gotta still get
That's right. That's right. So right in the beginning of the film, Vanessa dies. They kill Marina Baccarin, which was I was surprised with that move. They said she was gonna have like a bigger piece to this, and literally was in the beginning and the end, and got killed early on this time, which was shocking. Because then Deadpool tries to kill himself, which he can't do.
He blows himself to
blows himself up. But then he ends up at
Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters.
That's right.
Which is on Google Earth if you type in the address.
It is. We did it the other night.
I did it yesterday.
Yep. We were watching Deadpool getting ready
for it. It's like a farm or something, but like when you zoom in, it says Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters.
It's funny. Yeah, no, if you type in the address on Google Earth, it's there. So something for you to do in your off time, see if we're lying. But no, so then he ends up at Xavier's place. Colossus, you see Colossus, Negasonic, and then
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah,
I don't think it's Yu-Gi-Oh, but I'm just gonna go with
no,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
it was
Yuriko or something.
Eureka sounds correct.
I'm going with
But
Yu-Gi-Oh
it was
because
it was I don't even remember the mutant's name, to be honest, and I don't even think they ever said it. They just called her by her first name, but it was Negasonic Teenage Warhead's girlfriend. And then they did show in that room they
were super knockoffs.
Yeah, they was all super CGI, but they had Quicksilver, they had Beast, Professor X. I can't remember if I saw Mystique.
There's a couple, but I don't even say they were CGI, but they were just straight like body doubles.
Yeah,
like super
no, they
didn't.
It didn't look good. It was not a good look. I don't know if Angel was in there. Yeah, he kept talking about pigeon wings. Yep. So then we're there, and they take him on a mission. They're like, "You're ready. You're gonna come on a mission," and that's when he's got the little half jersey,
the fucking old school '80s football.
Yeah, the cut off football jersey on.
The X and it says
trainee
on the back.
Trainee. Yep. So then they go on a mission for this kid that's in the trailers a ton. Russell Simmons, I think it was his name, whatever. But
what was his Fire Fist?
Fire Fist.
Such a bad
so Deadpool ends up killing some people, and then they never said the DMC was the Department of Mutant Control, but you pretty much it's definitely the DMC. So then Deadpool gets thrown in jail with the kid, and they got the collars on, and they're in what they call the ice box.
Yeah,
and they were in like some country in Europe.
New Zealand.
There we go.
Said New Zealand, which isn't Europe, but
nope, that's not. That's not.
Down by Australia, bro. But
it's pretty warm out there too. That's not really an icy place. I guess
closer towards Antarctica, though.
Okay, the southern part of New Zealand. Geography majors, let us know. So then Cable shows up at the prison, trying to kill the kid. Deadpool ends up getting his powers back, gets his collar knocked off. Fight ensues
after he's folded in half.
Yeah. That was pretty good. The part, and then when he falls down the mountain and half his head gets ripped off, and like he pretty much throughout this film he's trying to kill himself. He like wants to die because when he gets the collar on, he's like getting his cancer back and stuff like that, and he's pretty much cool. Like, I'm gonna die, go see my girl.
I got some tumors to grow.
Exactly. So then after the prison sequence, that's when he decides he's gonna set up X-Force. So they introduced Terry Crews as it started with a B. Bedlam. Yeah. That was a dope name. They had Shatterstar in there. One of the Easter eggs was dope. He said he was from Planet Mojo. And if you remember, like, X-Men, the animated series, or the comics, if you're more into the comics, Planet Mojo is like a reality television show where you get superpowered people to pretty much battle to the death. So that was really dope. I like that little tie-in. Then they introduced Domino. Peter. No.
Yeah, it's Peter. He just kept
Gabriel. Whatever his name is. Peter. It was Peter.
Paul and
the Vanisher.
And then who else? The Vanisher, which was the Invisible Man, pretty much. And then this dude who spit things, or the dude who spit acid. Yeah. It was Zeitgeist. Yes, Zeitgeist. That was. So they went on their first mission, and within the first 2 minutes of that mission, everybody dies. But Domino and Deadpool. I mean.
Oh, and Peter.
Well, no, Peter got his arm ripped off. He got his arm burned off. He died. Zeitgeist got thrown in a chopper. Terry Crews goes through the window of a bus and dies. How else? Shatterstar went into a helicopter and gets to, like, frappade. That's a good way. That's a good way to put it.
Green blood everywhere, but like, well, Peter actually lands. None of them land on the fucking.
Yeah, Peter actually landed. Yep.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, he made it until he went over.
And then he tried to help Zeitgeist.
Lands in a fucking wood chipper.
Zeitgeist spit on him and then ripped off his arm and stuff like that. Yep. Yeah. So then, they fight Deadpool, and then Juggernaut shows up, which everyone said Juggernaut was going to be in this film.
When Vanisher landed on the power lines, who did you see?
Oh, yeah. It was Brad Pitt.
I thought
Brad Pitt was Vanisher. Vanisher landed on the power lines. Thank you. I forgot about that.
It's like a 2-frame fucking picture. But
and then you see Brad Pitt with the mustache and stuff. And then he's dead. Oh, then he falls from the power lines later and gets hit by a car or something like that. Yeah. So you never actually fully see it. So then, that's when Juggernaut shows up, right?
A few minutes later, but it's because Domino lands on the fucking.
Yep, on the convoy because they're transporting the mutants and they're going back to save the kid, and then Cable's coming back to kill the kid. Then Juggernaut shows up.
Well, the kid
tears. Yeah, the kid lets him out because he made friends when they were in prison. Wade said, "Make friends with the biggest dude. Don't try to beat him up." So he tried to make friends with Juggernaut. I loved how they did Juggernaut. That looked like a
that's like comic Juggernaut.
Yeah.
That's like
what they've done with Colossus and Juggernaut in the first 2 films it's like, why couldn't we done this sooner? Like the first Juggernaut, I think we got Juggernaut once before, didn't we? And it was trash.
The British guy from fucking
Yeah. Was that in
horrible. It
was that in Last Stand?
I think so.
Like X-Men Last Stand? And him even talking about why he wears the helmet to protect himself from his brother and stuff like that. It was dope. It was really dope.
Well, back he's like, so my brother can't read my mind, but he's in a wheelchair, so it's fair.
Right? No, I love the Juggernaut. I don't know who even played him. Honestly, I have no idea who the actor was. Just like Colossus, I have no idea who that dude is either.
Well, the Colossus dude is just some big Russian guy.
Well, it's like 3 or 4 different people, I think, who actually like.
Watch the behind the scenes of the first one. It's just one guy walking around most of it
in the mocap with the
little
gear on. Yeah. So then Juggernaut rips Deadpool in half. Literally rips him in half. Deadpool ends up back living with Blind Al. Yep. And then he's growing the little baby legs, and everybody shows up at his apartment, and he's got his little baby thing hanging out. Yeah, he's straight Winnie the Pooh in it.
Trying not to pee your pants because you just laugh.
Yeah, that was a funny part. That was super funny. I loved how they did. Speaking of, I didn't say this earlier, but Domino's power, especially in that battle scene with the convoy and stuff, her luck power really translates to the big screen. It really did. Like you get it, and you're like, damn, that's just lucky, like.
Well, and then he's giving her shit while he's trying to catch up on his scooter, and he's saying,
"Oh, the moped.
What kind of?
Yeah, the Vespa.
How does that even look cinematically?
Right, and it's just beautifully looking cinematically as they're doing it. There's a lot of those, wink, wink, nod, nod parts. There was a lot of that. Some of it, like I said, I don't think landed the best for me. That's why, you'll probably be surprised when we grade this thing later. But no, it was a really good movie, and then. Fast forward, so then Juggernaut and the kid kind of become the bad guys, and Cable ends up teaming up with them. They make the new X-Force with Cable, Domino, Colossus.
He makes the deal. Don't kill a kid.
Don't tell the kid. He gets 30 seconds to save the kid. And then we have the final.
He goes and tries to get Colossus to come back.
Right. But that's when he's holding the.
Yeah.
Say anything. Yep. That was funny. That part was funny. I like that. They showed that in the trailers though. Yeah. And then so Colossus ends up coming back. They have the big battle sequence with Juggernaut, which was
awesome. And he's like,
it was
huge CGI fight scene coming.
Yeah. And it was super dope. It was super dope.
Guys.
Yep, it was. It was 2 CGI characters,
CGI,
and
it was done well.
It was.
I think the CGI looked better than Black Panther.
100%. I was just gonna say that. Black Panther's one of its major downfalls was I think some of the visual effects
in that train,
especially in the end at the end part. And this kind of, you
knew it was cartoony, but I mean, it was done right.
They went there on purpose. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to look too realistic and then end up looking bad and looking cartoony. So no, that was amazing. And then you have the final battle sequence. Wade kind of sacrifices himself, but it's a comic book movie, so no one ever really dies. And then he doesn't. So Cable kind of ends up helping him with his time thing. Yeah. But that death scene that went on slightly too long for me. I knew they were gonna just keep going with it. Yeah, I hope the Academy's watched. There was a lot of good one-liners, but it went on just a hair longer than I could have. Yep.
Oh no, that's the sun. Don't look directly at it.
It went on for a while, and then after Cable uses his last time jump and said to go home, I like how he dropped Hope Summers, because Hope Summers is one of the super powerful mutants in the X-Men universe, in the future and stuff like that. She's the great, because he's the son of Jean Grey and Cyclops. Cable is. So then his daughter would be their great grandkid or whatever.
Just their grandkid.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess just their grandkid. Yeah, their grandkid. Yep, you're right. I know lineage. So yeah, and then that's pretty much the end. I mean, Deadpool comes back. And then you get in the end credit scene. The end credit scenes were probably some of the best for me.
Well, there is 2 of them.
There's 2 of them. They're long, and they did a lot of retconning of the movie in the post-credit scenes. The first post-credit scene, Negasonic Teenage Warhead fixes the time thing for him, gives it to Wade. Wade goes back, saves
You killed
Vanessa.
I think that was a bad thing.
Yep.
And,
And then
like, or Cable's gonna kill him when he finds out.
and that's the point or whatever. So he goes back, saves his girl, goes back, kills the first Deadpool.
Weapon 11.
Yep, Weapon 11 or whatever
Origins.
from Origins, and you see Wolverine with his
Jackman,
claws
yeah.
in that end fight scene where he says Wade, and then it was great.
Just cleaning up
And
the
he just
timelines.
boom, 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 just cleaning up the timelines. Yep.
Don't scratch me.
Then he goes
Love
back,
you.
and Ryan Reynolds is sitting in front of a script, and he's like, "I finally did it." And he shoots Ryan Reynolds in the back of the head, and it's the Green Lantern script. He called.
Well, you see the Green Lantern script, and then it's like, "Welcome to the big time," and it's Ryan Reynolds. All of a sudden,
Boom.
blood
Yep.
explodes
The
all
head
over.
Welcome,
explodes.
Canada.
You're welcome, Canada. Yep. And then what else did he do? That was it. Then that was all he fixed, right? And then the second post-credit scene was.
That was the second.
That was the second post. Oh
First
yeah.
post-credit scene is just the Negasonic one, but I swear he did one more thing in that second post-credit scene, because he like saved Vanessa, he killed Weapon 11,
Killed Weapon 11, and then the Green Lantern thing. So no, that was it, and then there was no more post-credit scenes after that. So that was it. So we grade on a regular grading scale, A through F. Pluses, minuses are allowed. We'll start at the end of the table. Chad, what's your grade for Deadpool 2?
I'll give it a solid A.
Solid A. Chad, Chris.
Oh, A for sure. Plus.
A
probably.
for sure. All right, I'm gonna go B. It was a B for me. I mean, I enjoyed myself a lot. I'm not gonna say if it was better or worse than the first one, but it was a lot of the same, good and bad that comes with. But it's definitely worth going checking out in the theaters. It was a fun time. I had a great experience just chilling with these guys, laughing my ass off while watching it. But by no means is this a perfect movie, and it does have its flaws. High points: Cable, Domino, Deadpool as always. Dopinder, we didn't even touch on Dopinder at all. No. And he wanted to be a assassin throughout the whole movie, and he kind of did become an assassin at the end. Slightly. I mean, he kills.
They don't ever touch on how he didn't go to prison for having Bantu in the trunk and
right.
getting pulled over with all the from the first movie.
Well, I laugh my ass off when they're doing the auditions and stuff, and then Peter.
Peter gets it, and then he drops it.
I don't have any. I just saw the ad. I thought it'd be cool, and you're in, and then he's like,
Peter's like, fuck!
Yeah, he was so mad. Well, and then because at that point he was Weasel.
Weasel's little bitch.
Yeah, Weasel's pretty much like little he was
little
working at the shop or at the bar. Yep.
Academy for whatever
yep.
it is.
So go check it out. Thor's Thoughts, Deadpool 2. Like, share, subscribe. Until the next video that actually has sound and works properly. Episode 110. I'm looking at you.
Just do it. Call it 110B.
110B. No, we just move on right to straight 111. It's like 41 is missing. 110 also missing. Straight on. I'm a shark. Always forward. Deuces.